Hi, today I want to show you how to use the Monster AG-TT, which is the biggest heavy-duty machine Corghi has, and it's used for regular wheels like truck wheels, 22.5, 24s, up to very big sizes like for loaders, skidders, other big wheels, and agricultural wheels, of course. We will start to see all the controls. As you can see, we have a control unit here, which is normally operated by radio, so it's wireless. If you need, there's a cable too, if your battery is not charged up. As you can see, we have different sections. We have this first section here, which controls the bead breaker arm, because some of the operation here are done manually, some other operation are done automatically, but the machine can always be operated manually. So as you can see, with this control I can pull the arm up and take it down manually. With these other two I will spin the head, so the bead breaker head. Like in this case, put the disc towards the spindle. In this case I have the leverless finger controlling that, so these two controls. We have this other section, which is the one that controls all the main movement of the machine. So as you can see, we will move the carriage in and out, and together the main carriage and the spindle by going left and right. We also have a rabbit button that will increase the speed of the machine. So as you can see, for fast movement you just hold the rabbit and the machine gets much faster. We have this other section, which is the one that controls the angle of the finger and of the bead breaker disc. So as you can see, the finger, we can also open it if we need to get into the drop center and grab the tire, and we can pull it manually this way to demount the tire. But there will be also an automatic way, which I will show you when we change the tire. We have also movement for the disc. This because the disc most of the time is used on that position, but if you have like balloon tires, so where the bead it's so big, you might have to move it, so change the angle of the disc in order to get right where you need, so right where the bead is. Other buttons like this, it's a switch for the speed of the machine. As you can see, the spindle is now spinning in first speed. When I hit this, it goes on second speed. I usually leave it most of the time on the fast speed. We have this other switch which controls the leverless movement. So as you can see, when I pull it, the finger pulls back, but even the spindle. So if you are familiar with the Master 26, it's the same system, patented by Corghi, where the spindle comes back and reduces the stress on the tire. This other switch controls the whole carriage up and down movement. So as you can see, it can go very low to get even the smaller wheels, but it can go up this way when we are going to work with agricultural tires or loaders wheel, so on big sizes. We have this other movement, which is the one that controls the opening and closing of the jaws. So as you can see from here, we can open them and close. Look how wide they get. And if these are not enough, so if you have a bigger center hole than this, there is always the possibility to take off one of these pins and change the position of the jaws. So what you do is just pull this out, change the position of these, and take the rim from here. So it increases even more inches. But normally I suggest you just to leave it in this position, because as you can see, you have the very thin one for small rims, a medium one, and the big one. So you can clamp any kind of heavy duty rims. Then you can just close it back. Okay. We have these other controls, which are the automatic position of the disc and the finger. Because you can see here we have a plus and minus button, which is the one that controls the inches. As you can see now on the display, on the power unit, we are 22.5. By pressing the minus button, I can go down or up. So the machine position itself on the size we are going to work. So after we have set up the inches, what I'm going to do, if I have to break the bead by pressing this button, the machine will position exactly at the right distance for the disc or for the finger, because with this one here, as you can see, automatically the disc comes down this way, so you have all clear. The finger is already at the right distance to the rim, and the carriage follows it. In case I press the disc one, as you can see, the carriage position in the right spot and the disc gets to the right angle. Then of course we have a cancel button, because I told you there are some automatic function, but I might have to stop them sometimes in case I did something wrong. So you can just press this button on, or any other button that will stop the machines. As you can see, these two, this is called the side-to-side movement, because once I break the front bead or the rear bead, by pressing this, the bead breaker arm will move automatically on the other side. And if I combine it with the F button, so function plus one of these, the bead breaker arm will come up, spin the head, and go automatically on the next position. I will show you on the wheel, it will be much easier to understand. And of course we have two pedals over here, which is the rotation, so we have the red arrow that spin the spindle anti-clockwise, which is used to demount the tire, and we have the black one that spin it clockwise. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the tire, the wheel, and show you how to change it. As you can see now, the machine is on a skid pallet, so it's not on the floor, but normally you take this wheel on the floor, so there is no effort, you just roll it to the right position. And then of course we already set 22.5 inches, which is the size of this. What I do, I just go down with the spindle and come out. Keep the second speed in this case. And as you can see, most of the time I will use the medium jaw. So not the little one, not the big one, the one in the middle. Start open it. Make sure it's well clamped. And now you can raise your machine. Okay. First step would be to break the bottom bead or the rear bead. So what I do, I just go in the back, go down with it, and if I'm not sure about the position, remember with this button we just press it and the machine position automatically in the right spot. So what I do, I just go against the tire and start spinning. Remember, when you break the bead or when you demount the tire, always spin anti-clockwise, because this will put all the effort against the bead breaker arm and pushing it down, not up. Now, next step would be to break the bead on the other side, on the front side. So I will have to pull it up, spin it, and take it this side, but I want to show you the automatic function. So for the automatic side-to-side function, I'm just going to hit the function button plus the arrow that shows I have to go on that side. So as you can see now, the machine will come up automatically, spin, and go to the other side. As you can see, there's a laser now that is reading the thread, it's reading the tire, so I know where the tire ends and go down to the position I need. So from here, as you can see, we are right there where we need to be. Break the inner bead. Good. When you're sure both beads are done, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use, of of course the finger to demount it. So now with this switch I'm gonna rotate the head, and with this button I'm gonna position the machine, the finger exactly where needed. As you can see, it's right there. So I just go close to it, start spinning, and in case you need to, remember with this switch you can open or close the finger. So as you can see, I can open it, so it's much easier to get the bead. Then I just put it back to the regular position. Come out with it. So as you can see from here, when we are in this position, I can now use the leverless function, which is this. So now by pulling this, you will see the finger pulls the bead out and the whole spindle goes back, so it reduces the stress on the bead. Now red arrow pedal, so just the rotation. Front bead is out. Then I just go back with this switch, so to the previous position, come out with it, open it if I need to take off the tire, like that. Then we're gonna use the disc for the other function, so I can already position it with this button in the right spot for the disc. And now I'm gonna hit the side-to-side movement like this one without the function, because we will not spin the head in this case. So only this, that will bring it on the other side and leave it in the same position. Down there, start to get close to the tire, make sure it's free on the rim, get off the valve. And now from inside you gotta check when you can see the disc. So when you see the bead breaker disc, you know that you can start the rotation now. Basically I would take half of the tire out this way. Now you can take the bead breaker arm up like that, go down with the whole carriage now. So as you can see from here, the tire is safely close to the ground and it's off.